Exercise and fatigue for the disabled. They go together. Getting started definitely sucks. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on exercise and fatigue. I'm becoming very accustomed to those ropes. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, help a brother out, and help get some of these messages out there. Getting started when you are disabled, the more disabled you are, the more issues you have, the harder it's going to be to exercise. Like when I say exercise, like my version of exercise is nothing near what like a regular person would. I can't even do a push-up. I might be able to do one, but that's it. And then it's like bed. Then that's what I mean about the fatigue, is when you push yourself, especially those first few times or first month or whatever. It's weird. You have to pay attention to how you feel. You can't push yourself if you feel too bad, because you have to deal with fatigue. If you have what I have, I know there's this wave of fatigue that comes right after you exercise, and today was a good example. I exercised and it knocked me right out. I had to go lay down. There was nothing I can do. I'm still a little messed up from it. I did get a little, like, I feel it in my muscles. I can't say sore. It's different. Like, for example, push-ups. Like, I only have two things on my list of what to do when you're disabled. Well, me, there's only two things I could do, and I've learned my lesson that I shouldn't push yet. So I'll do a plank for 5 seconds, and then I'll do 10 squats in a chair. Like I'll push a chair up against the wall, so I don't have problems. Then I got pay. I have to have my walker in front of me, and I put my feet on the outside of the chair legs of the front chair leg, and I stand up and I sit down 10 times. That's it. And my descent, sitting back in the chair, I make sure I sit as gentle as I can. You have like a level of energy. When you wake up in the morning, it's at its highest point and just slowly goes down. Like if you were to do some kind of physical activity, it can completely chop time right off that limit that I'm talking about. It can completely throw you for a looping. A good example is a PT guy I used to have, physical therapist. We were talking about squats, and being in my class, a regular squat, no weight, just doing a squat is very common. Like we did them all the time, every class. So I was like very used to it, and for some reason I pushed myself. This one time, it's like when he first started coming, we were doing squats or something like that, and it was the next day I'd do it. And I ended up doing 100 squats. Now I only did 10. That was it. 10 at a time, 10 at a time. Now I was able to accomplish that. But what it did to me, I wasn't ready for. I think the next day was my therapy, or the day after. It lasted a few days, this fatigue thing. It's kind of like an MS hug, and it hugs you around your brain. That's it. If you're disabled, you really should do something, because I've seen what happens to bodies, and what's happening to my body. Your physique changes. There's nothing you can do about that. It really sucks. I used to have muscles. I kind of, in a weird way, enjoyed looking at myself in the mirror. Not much. I mean, some people go a little too crazy with that. But, I had muscles. Like, I was proud of it or something like that. Now I look like a freaking skeleton with skin on it. So that's hard enough to deal with. So exercising that body, you may never have muscles like that again, but if you want to prolong your life, or get in touch with that fighter instinct inside you. I did notice that making this exercise a part of your routine kind of helps. I made it part of my routine, like no matter how much time goes by, no matter what I'm doing, I always ride the bike and I always do what I was just talking about. I just hold a plank and I do squats. Now that plank, I forgot to add something. The plank is on the knees. I can't even do on the feet. Forget that guy. That's like a real plank. Can't do that. I gotta keep my knees on the ground and do the easier plank. I'll get on all fours and I'll walk my hands out until I can feel it in my, like I try to make sure I get my belly to flex too. That's a help because that goes particularly weak when you have whatever I have. So if you could do these things, that's awesome. Maybe you'd be on the road to recovery. I miss push-ups. I miss doing them. I used to do 250 of them like a day. That's crazy. I don't know, but push-ups are just different. I have a goal to be able to get back into doing some push-ups. Shit, if I could do 10 of them, I'd like that. That's like a serious accomplishment for me. Thanks for watching. Feel free to share this with a friend or someone that you think needs it. And yeah, keep it simple. I have to keep it simple. I have no choice. So, do what you gotta do.